guy who's going to be a leader of men. Not that he's not already. Do you think there needs to be a higher standard player-wise in terms of being at all things, being on
Absolutely.
time?
Yep, I think so. Not to cut you off, but absolutely. I think, and what McDaniel does a great job of is preaching the player locker room. And I think it needs to come from us as players, leaders and captains, as well as the staff. And get everyone here and get everyone working together from day one in OTAs and camp, and get things taken care of from day one, and take care of business and start fast next year.
Was that not done to the extent that it should have been by all the players?
There was things going on this year, obviously, in the background, and that need to get taken care of, and some things could have been, I guess, we needed to be on our P's and Q's earlier in the season and earlier in camp, and I think it's a point of focus this year, and we're going to make sure we don't mess that up again.
Zach, how do you come from where you came from?
Yeah.
Some of this stuff has to drive you crazy. How tough is it, though, to speak up in this?
I think it's speaking up has been one of the things I've been working on my entire career. Me and Christian talked a lot about that early on. Obviously, me coming from the waivers and kind of not doing much in the NFL early on. Like I told Barry, it took me 10 years to get, or 5 years to get 10 sacks and 2 to get 20. So it's just one of those things where it's just like I'm a leader on this team. I'm a veteran. I have my name now, and to speak up with guys like Chubb and Calais, Agba, Ramsey, all these guys on defense, we need to make sure that we're holding everyone to a standard. To be here from day one, to work as a unit and stay on top of things early on, so that we're not trying to play catch up, and we're starting the season fast, and we're not playing from behind the 8 ball.
What was your reaction to Tyreek Hill yesterday saying he's going to open the door for his future? We didn't know if you saw those comments, but
yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I think everyone has their own voice, and if that's what he wants to say, that's what he wants to say. I have all the respect for him as a player. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. So we'll leave it at that.
Is it disappointing that when you guys are playing hard to the end, he's not in there in the fourth quarter, and in the first sign of adversity, he's like, I'm out of here?
I don't know how the game went. I was on defense, and I wasn't watching the offense. I'm making our corrections, so I don't know. I haven't even watched it yet, I'm be honest with you. But yeah, obviously it's a knee-jerk reaction. That stuff happens, and I don't know what happened. I'm not going to speak for him or speak on that. That's his own decision. But I know as a team that we need to stay focused this year on making sure everyone's here, making sure we're on time, and we're focused on winning it all next year and making the corrections from this season, going into OTAs and camp this year.
Zach, the other thing is Mike and Chris are coming back. What are your thoughts on Coach and GM that you've been here with?
Yeah.
Richard?
No, I think those guys, love those two. We had an amazing, just speaking on this year, amazing rookie class come in. Chop, Washington, Wright, Storm, just to come in and do what they're doing is incredible. So really excited to see that rookie class grow. And I think, and everybody, players, coaches, everyone as a staff grow. And I think we learned a lot this season and last season, and hopefully this next year is the step we need to take to win it all.
how has Mike McDaniel grown as a leader, as a head coach, seeing him from his first year to year 3?
Yeah, I think he's always continuing to grow, just like we all are. If you're not growing, you're dying. And I think being comfortable with the uncomfortable is a big thing around here that we focused on too late. And I think that we have, sadly, it's you looking back from the outside in now, but hopefully we'll win it next year, kind of like, hey, making those corrections on what we didn't get done or what we need to get done or what we need to focus on as a team, as players and coaches. I mean, it's responsibility falls on all of us, right? So take it into this next season, getting after it, and holding everyone accountable earlier on.
Zach, today's moving day, I'm pretty sure you leave a lot of shit.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I think my locker will stay full.
Almost 24 hours to reflect here. Sort of, what are the emotions today as you guys clean up the lockers?
I mean, I think there's a balance of frustration, disappointment, and a little bit of sadness too, but also a little bit of happy heart knowing that we were able to learn a lot about each other, the guys in this locker room, and it's always a blessing to be able to make out a season healthy personally, but then as a team, obviously, not achieving what you wanted to, learning a lot along the way, sharing. I'm looking at these lockers and the names right now, and a lot of them are going to change, a lot of them are going to be new. Knowing that the 2024 Dolphins were what we were, underachieved definitely from our goals and our expectations, but man, the way that a lot of guys fought all the way to the end, to the very last game, with all the things that we went through internally as a team, and then obviously the opponents that we played. Definitely hold your head up high, knowing that we gave our best effort till the end.
You've got a locker right next to Tyreek. Were you surprised that he seemed to indicate that he wanted to leave Miami?
I mean, I think Tyreek's an emotional guy, and he's a competitor, like a lot of us are. And you get to know a guy like that over a few seasons. I'm upset that things had to be shared the way they were. But at the end of the day, man, I have a lot of respect for him. Obviously, sharing a lot of time in the lockers with him. The practice field, the game fields, just seeing his light and his energy. He's a really great teammate that I've had the fortune to play against, and then play with as well. So, I think a lot of guys were emotional after the game, so I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. And obviously, we're going to continue to have conversations, but man, he's a great competitor, great teammate, and we'll see what the offseason brings.
After the game, Steven Ross made it clear that this group and Michael Payne will be returning. How pleased are you knowing that these guys will still be here next year to try to do this again?
Yeah, I think that some consistency in learning and improving. I think there's going to be a lot of intentional improvements, a lot of intentional changes made this offseason. I think it gives confidence to the guys that are going to be in this locker room, knowing that we have a clear vision. We've learned a lot over the past couple of years, and I know not a whole lot of fans might not want to hear that, but at the same time, the players in the locker room and that consistency, I think will bode well for us. I think anytime you change just to change probably doesn't make the most amount of sense, and understanding that we have a lot of confidence in the guys in the room to be able to solve problems, to continue to solve problems, and figure that we have the awareness that what we've experienced this year will serve good for the future of the organization. I think that all breeds positivity moving forward, and I think that we've definitely laid a lot of bricks down that we can grow off of, and we know what it takes to be successful down the stretch.
Does that make you feel?
I'm not going to speak for Tyreek. Respectfully. Tyreek spoke for himself. I can, only speak for myself. And we all men, man. We all feel differently about certain things. We handle situations differently, and rightfully so. He handled the situation how he felt he should have handled it.
Is there anything? One thing that Bradley and Zach have talked about is players needing to hold themselves to a higher standard. Zach said earlier this year that was an issue. Players have to be on time, etc. Was that an issue where the team can improve? I'm not talking about every player, obviously, but some.
I would definitely say is definitely a lot more things, more house cleaning rules that we could clean up on. Now, is that going to equate to wins? It's hard to say. You know what I mean? But you definitely need structure anytime you're striving to do something great. So there's a lot of things that we need to clean up. As a team. Speaking individually for myself, that I can improve on and get better. And again, I'm just going to continue to speak for myself. But where we are as a team, like I alluded to it yesterday, I think we all know the foundation that was set. And we got a good foundation. We just got to continue to carry that out, and the leaders in this locker room continue to stand on that, and continue to relay that message throughout throughout the 2025 season coming up.
Jonnu, you've spoken about having to go to FIU, being underrated and all that. So what stuff has to drive a guy like you? Pretty crazy.
Man, it's not never came easy for me. You know what I mean? I like it that way though. You know what I mean? It's made me a better man. It's made me a better person. It's made me more appreciative of the opportunities that I have. To always walk in humility. Obviously as a man of faith, that's one of the pillars of my everyday living. So just for me, not taking a day for granted, being grateful for every opportunity I have, knowing that this is earned each and every day. This opportunity that I had to wear that badge to represent, a great organization like this. Again, everybody, has their own theories about life and how to move about it. It's the great thing about this game of football is so many people from so many different parts of the country, we come together, even the world now, you know what I mean? But we come together and we strive to reach one common goal. So we kind of got to put all our, world views and, kind of how we think morally, we kind of got to put that aside and just come in here, the 8 or so hours that we get here a day and just lock in and try to just achieve one common goal. So I think that's what's beautiful about this game, man. And You know, you know, obviously, I think we started doing that as time went on, but you know, things just didn't go the way we wanted it to.
Coach McDaniel reminded us that emotions are high after a loss like that. Is there something to be said that could be attributed to
Oh, absolutely.
Tyreek's demeanor?
The whole season, you know what I mean? The whole season, just kind of how things shaped out for us was emotional. It was a roller coaster, you know what I mean? And again, everybody handles emotions differently. You can't, you know what I mean? It's, you know, to each his own, you know. You know, you can sit here and say, you know, I would have handled it this way, I would have done it that way. You know, we're all different individuals, you know what I mean? And in some way, shape, or form, that's what makes us unique. So, however you feel about it, whoever feels their way about it, you know, hey, to each his own. But we, you know, we definitely have the right guys in this locker room. We got a lot of the right guys. We had a lot of great leaders in this locker room. You know, I've been around. You know, I've been on a championship team. We didn't win the championship, but we won. But even getting there, you know what I mean? I seen the kind of camaraderie we had as a team, and we getting there. You know, we getting there.
Going back to week one, the way the season started with the incident outside the stadium to Tua getting hurt in week two, how much of a mental challenge was this season?
Yeah, it was tough. Like I said, it was a roller coaster, up and downs. Things didn't go our way. Proud of where we came from, man. We fought, and that goes back to the guys that we have in here. Like 2-6 to 6-2, you know, it's a hell of a turnaround. It's not easy any week, you know what I mean, to go from 0-1 to 1-1. You know what I mean? Every week in this league is so valuable and so precious, and we understand the impact and the grand scope of things when you're playing each week. So we dug ourselves out of a hole. The funny part about it is we dug a big hole early on, so it was hard to get out of it, but we still came up out of it. We still, found our way climbing and fighting and scratching and crawling and giving ourselves a shot, an opportunity the last week of the season when guys could have been thinking about vacation. And, we didn't go out the way we wanted to, but hey, man, we gave ourselves a shot.